Hello everyone, this is Mihaela and welcome to my class about urgent problems in a small business when you have no business strategy and no vision. So let's get right into it. Urgent problems in a small business. Why do they seem so messy and require so much time and effort to be handled? I mean, as a small business owner, you know everything that is moving in your business. You know all the facts, all the problems, all the activities, all the clients, and so on. You know how to find the solution on the spot for every problem that pops up. And you always manage to get on top of things. You know your business inside out, and probably you even build it yourself. And you know how to get results. So, there is no doubt that what you do works. In spite of this fact, there is a lot of struggle because of urgent problems. I mean, in a small business, you on a daily basis, there are so many popping up and they come all over you and they show up unexpectedly and spontaneously. You cannot make priorities because there is always something else coming up and because you always have to adapt to another scenario. So, from this point on, any attempt to make a plan or a business strategy is useless because you just cannot anticipate what will happen in a week from now on, or maybe not even tomorrow, let alone in 3 or 12 months. So, in these unexpected conditions, you don't even dare to have a vision for a better and brighter future. So, urgent problems are difficult to be handled because you cannot anticipate it because there are too many coming too fast and all at the same time. However, is there something that you can actually anticipate in your business? Well, let's see. If you think about your business in general, you have some activity and you have some clients buying and you have some daily sales. So it doesn't matter if they're constant or not, if they're variable or not, if they're big or not. The point is that you have some repetitive activities and results. So this means you do the same thing over and over again, today and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. So this means that to a certain degree, you know what comes next, you know what comes tomorrow, and this means anticipation. So, not everything is urgent, spontaneous, and unexpected in your business. You have a general order, organization, and routine in your business. You have some patterns, which are these repetitive activities and facts that keep the business together. So, on the other hand, we have these repetitive anticipated activities, and on the other hand, we have unexpected and urgent problems. So, the question is, what is the connection between these two? Well, urgent problems come from your business in general, which is about these repetitive activities and patterns that make up your business. So you have repetitive activities that generate urgent problems. Now, wait a second. What has just crossed your mind after I finished saying that? Did you say something like, what? Urgent problems come from my business. What? It's ridiculous. Thanks for nothing. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something relevant about urgent problems. Well, if this is the case, you're right. And at the same time, this is exactly what you do when you solve urgent problems. You reject everything that you know it works, routine, patterns, repetitive activities, and you jump with all your energy, attention, and resources on urgent problems. So you literally disconnect one from the other and you treat urgent problems individually as if they were separated from the business, and you always improvise a solution on the spot and adapt to every single scenario that pops up. You reject repetitive activities because they work on automatic pilot, because they are a habit, because they work without you having to think about it, because they've always been there, because they don't seem so relevant to solve your most urgent problems. So you just dismiss them, you remove them from your immediate attention, and consequently you jump directly on what seems to be stressful and that you cannot control, which is about urgent problems, because they come all over you and all at the same time. So if initially it sounded ridiculous, obvious to say that urgent problems come from your business, when it comes to your approach for solving them, it's not so obvious anymore, because you isolate them and from the rest of the business, and you always improvise a quick fix on the spot and then forget about them. Now, it is okay to improvise, because when you have so many coming all over you all at the same time, you have to handle them somehow. At the same time, urgent problems come from your repetitive activities, which means they are really not disconnected and they are really connected, which means urgent problems are not that unexpected and not that spontaneous. But you perceive them like that because you isolate them from the rest of the business. So if you want to reduce urgent problems, you have to start looking at the repetitive activities in your business. And this is where my class comes in, and I will show you the gap and the transition between urgent problems and the patterns, repetitive activities in your business. I will show you 4 types of patterns that you have to identify in your business. And once you will be able to identify them, you will find solutions by yourself for your unique and specific situation. Now, before diving the 4 types of patterns, in the next video I will show you a specific example of the transition process between an urgent problem and a solution by identifying these repetitive activities. This transition process is meant to literally show you that what you consider to be an individual fact or urgent problems is actually integrated in the business and influences your result. This is important right now, because it is in your instinct and in your habit to treat problems individually by separating from the rest of the business. That's why you struggle, and this is the reason why you struggle with urgent problems, because you treat them separately from the rest of the business. But once you see the connection among you consider to be an individual random fact or urgent problems, you will be able to find solutions by yourself for your unique and specific situation, because you already know and have what you need to have. So another reason why this transition process is important is because for every small step you take towards progress, most of the times you don't know what the next step will be, and because you will not see immediate results, and consequently you will risk to fall back to old approaches that don't work, or you just will start to constantly change something in your business because of the immediate urge to get results right now. But once you will clearly see the transition process, you will start to trust that, even when things seem hopeless, and even when you see no evidence for making progress, because you'll understand that they are just a phase that is going to pass. Okay, now, just in case you wonder how I identify the stuff about urgent problems, well, I did it when I worked as a commercial worker in a small local restaurant. So if it sounds a bit like, I'm neither a business expert nor a business owner, well, surprise, I'm not. Well, think about it. Business experts talk about business strategies, about having a vision, having clear long-term goals, about having priorities and knowing precisely what needs to be done and all that stuff. and it makes sense. They are business experts. They've been there, they've done that. For them, everything is clear, like a daylight. However, when you are at the bottom, like me, and maybe like you too, working in a overwhelming environment, surrounded at 360 degrees and squeezed by the 1 million problems that happen all at the same time, then obviously things are not that obvious. You don't have the same high level of clarity. So in this situation, the first thing that comes to your mind is that those business concepts work just for people at the top. They don't work in a small business. So this is the first thing that came to my mind when in my first day of work. So when I started working in the restaurant, I had some degree of awareness and some idea about the existence of this business concept, but I didn't have a standard, a proven experience at the execution level. And because I was in a small business where there was no strategy and no vision, no priorities, and no procedures, I had to see reality at this very basic level, at my level of understanding, not the way I wanted to be. Sort it out and deal with urgent problems when I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have the understanding, the experience, because I wanted to answer the question, how do you improve and grow a business when you don't know what the next step is? So in order to answer this question, I had to literally put myself in the position of not knowing and monitor myself and my working environment by observing proactively how we literally go through the transition process towards knowing, towards making progress. And hey, I still don't know how to build and grow a business, However, I do know about urgent problems. I know what creates them and how to approach them, because this is part of my transition process towards knowing and learning how to grow a business. And guess what? The answer is not straight. So although I got this clarity about how to deal with urgent problems from a low position as a commercial worker, I understand that at the bottom things are messy and complicated. I understand that every situation, every small business is unique and different. That is why there is no standard and no straight answer for all situations. That is why what you need right now is different than what other businesses need, and it will be different than what you need in 3 weeks from now, and different than what you will need in 3 months from now on, and so on. Think about it. Among all urgent problems that you have right now, with which one you're gonna start first? Is it sales? Is it bad employees? Is it customer service? Is it marketing? Is it production and delivery mistakes? Is it providers delays? What is it? The truth is that nobody can tell you, because they all happen at the same time, and because it is only you who knows your unique and specific situation in your business. So for this reason, I will not give you a standard and straight answer, but I will give you the 4 types of patterns that I talked about earlier, and the transition process, so that you can find solutions by yourself for your unique and specific situation, because you already know how to get results. You just need a little bit of clarity, because you already know all the individual facts and problems in your business. You just need to see how they are connected by identifying these repetitive activities and patterns in your business. And I am here to help you sort it out, starting with urgent problems. Okay, look, I know I'm not a business owner, and probably I don't understand all the problems that you deal with. However, I do know how to work in a small chaotic environment at the operational level. You know, because this is where the money is coming from, right? Working at the front desk with commercial workers that have to serve different clients, that have different requests by running in all directions, handling multiple things at the same time, and adapt to every single scenario that pops up. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. Oh, don't forget, my name is Mihaela.